Welcome into the video, welcome into the channel. Hope everybody's doing well out there. And in today's video, I'm talking 77-inch LG G4 and PlayStation 5 Pro because this is my first boot up of the PS5 Pro after installing the latest software update for my G4. And that included the new WebOS25 upgrade. So I'm really curious to see, am I going to encounter any of the problems that I had before installing this update? If you're new to the channel, I've made a video or two talking about my reservations on installing the update. The TV badgered me for like a week straight, let me know, hey, you have an upgrade to go from WebOS 24 to 25, you should do it. And I finally gave in between that peer pressure and then those of you that follow my channel leaving me comments saying, hey, you should do it for science. I've had no issues, give it a shot. I said, you know what? I have a good community here that follow my channel. I'm gonna trust them. So I went ahead and did it. If you wanna check out that video and my experience, I'll card it in or somewhere, leave it in the description. But for the first time, let's go ahead and hit the settings button on the remote and pull up that dashboard. And there it is, it popped up okay. Let's take a look at the data. Is it reading correctly? 4K resolution, HDR on, VRR off at 60 frames. This is reading properly. If I could tell you, I've done a number of videos on the channel with this G4 and my PlayStations where I've had many problems with this G4 when it comes to the data in here. Things like the resolution being forced down even here on the home screen, which if you don't know, PlayStation's home screens are HDR 4K 60 locked. And especially when I load into games. So let's go ahead and load into a game. And as you can see, it's all the way at the very end here because I just don't really play it anymore. But this is the game that gave me the most problems when it came to the forced resolution issue. Gosh, I really hope I did not bring that issue back by going to WebOS 25. But wish me luck, guys. Here we go. Matter of fact, it's probably gonna force an update. Okay, there's the second HDR handshake, and we're looking good. We are looking good so far, and I'm not surprised that I'm getting this particular load in because I just haven't played this game for like a month or something like that. I can't tell you the last time I played it. And this was my #1 played game. But I just wanted to load in here and let's see if it forces an update. Okay, we're gonna go through this whole process because you're gonna see handshakes like that right there. And I just wanna see if it's gonna remain stable. Okay. Looks like it did. All right, let's wait. And I just realized I can't see below the dashboard. All right, let's click that. Let's head into the, okay, no, we don't want that. See, I'm already effing up here. All right, let's go to, I just want to go to the regular, oh my gosh, okay, zombies ranked, camp, where the hell's multiplayer? There it is. All right, we'll get there. All right, how are we looking now? Now we should see this frame counter start moving around. That's a little concerning. Let me show you how things are looking. Let's go to graphics. You can see the 120 mode is turned off. Now I know some of you are cringing that are hardcore Call of Duty players because how am I gonna play this super sweaty online FPS game with this turned off? It's because one of my favorite things about the PS5 Pro is it's good enough because my frames generally range in online game matches between like 70 and 115. It's definitely playable. Let's back out. No change. All right, let's go into a menu here and see if I can make it, because that frame counter should be moving right now. Let's go into the gunsmith and as you can see, I'm just trying to manipulate things because this should be moving around right now. That looks terrible. Let's put on one of these other camos. All right, let's back out because this is concerning to me. Why isn't that moving? All right, let's reset the thing altogether. Let's back out. Let's pull it back up and it's still not moving. Okay, so the one way that I should be able to get this to move is to go back up here to graphics and just turn the 120 mode back on. All right. So you see the frame move. Okay, now it's locked. All right, let's go back into graphics and let's turn it off. All right, guys, this is a concern. This is a concern because that should be jumping around like 90, 100 FPS, and it's not. So let's restart the game. That way you'll see the frames definitely move. It should go back to 60. Okay, that's good. And let's go ahead and load back in. Handshake 1, handshake 2, and we're still showing 120. Okay, let's get all the way back to that menu again. Is this gonna force me to play a match to see it move? Because that's not correct. That is not correct. Let's go ahead and head into a match here real quick. And now this video is gonna go longer than I wanted it to because I still need to test out some other games here. But that's concerning, guys. Because normally when I'm on this home screen and whatever, this home menu, those frames are jumping around like 89, 98, 102, like it's jumping around. And right now it's stuck. And that bothers the hell out of me. And this is one of the reasons why I did not want to do this update. Everything was working like it was supposed to. Please don't tell me the frame counter is broken now. Okay, I'm gonna have to, let's take this off and see what the data up here says. I'm gonna put it in the corner of the screen. Okay, you can see it up there at the top right now. It's really hanging on 119. It's really hanging on to it like it's stuck on 120 mode, like it's fixed. But you see clearly VRR is right there. This should be jumping around. This match needs to hurry up and start because I just want to get in here and get into the map because that is definitely going to tell me if there's a problem here. Because once I actually load into Nuketown and start the match and start gameplay, those frames should jump down, you know, to 70, 80, 90. And if it doesn't, we're going to have to toggle that switch on and off during the match. That's the only way around it. So, okay, get the latency counter up there. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. It's already moving around. That's a good sign in this quality mode. Oh yeah, this looks beautiful, by the way. But see how it's moving around now in the top right? This is what we want to see. You know, let's get close to some people as I can't see. Okay, actually kind of get a kill there. That's gonna kill me. No, it didn't. Yeah, okay. The gameplay is not important. What you want to be paying attention to is the frame counter. So I'll just jump down here and take a, okay. Well, I'll tell you what though. This G4, okay, that guy was an enemy. This G4 on this map with these green stuff looks so beautiful. So good. As I'm gonna get killed because I'm just running out in the open here, but let's look at the sky. And boy, this is looking good. The frame counter is jumping around. See how it's in the 80s and 90s? Okay, that's definitely gonna be back here somewhere. Oh, nope. Okay, who's killing him? All right, I shouldn't even be playing this match this much on Nuketown, but everything's looking good, guys. The frame counter dropped. There's an enemy, he'll kill me real quick, that's fine. We'll get a reset here. But everything's looking good on this game. Man, I'm telling you, is it me or did this update improve the image quality in general? Like, this is better looking than it was before the update. You know, I guess it could be placebo. Nice. All right, please ignore my gameplay, guys. I just wanted to see how this looks. So, all right, let's get out of this and load into a new game. All right, we're back at the home screen now. Let's try Dying Light the Beast. I'm gonna have a video specifically on this game coming soon because I have some things to say about HDR and the settings in general, and I'm barely into the game, by the way, but here we go. Okay, we get a handshake there, and we get two. So we get two handshakes on this, like on Call of Duty, and let's see how the data looks on this in comparison. As we wait for the little thing in the bottom right to pop up, there it is, skip, and okay. We'll leave this up for the time being. Okay, frame counter jumping around, VRR on, HDR on. Okay, so we're looking good when it comes to that. I'm hesitant to actually go into the game. All right, so I'm not going to do any gameplay on this one yet because again I have a dedicated video coming, but things seem to be working on this game. All right, and we will try one more here. Let's see, we'll do Cyberpunk. We'll choose that because we know that one's hard on the beaver. There we go, HDR. Get that second one going there. So far, so good. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'll wave to the camera. Hi, saying hi to you guys. All right, let's get past all this. This is another game that I really need to just lock in and play because I'm barely into this one as well, and it's been out for like 5 years. All right, come on. There we go. Let's get out of that. Let me get back to the menu here. I may actually step into the match to make sure because you could see it's locked 120 there. So let's hop back in and make sure the frame counter is jumping around. There it goes. It's already moving around. As a matter of fact, let's back out of that. Let's get that other one pulled back up. And it'll be in the top left. And by the way, if you're new to LG, if you want to know how to do that, well, I made a video on it. Check it out. I'll card it in. But every time you pull this particular quick menu up, it'll move to a different spot on the screen. So if I pull it back off, it'll actually be in the bottom left next time. Do it again, it'll be in the bottom right, and so on. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it where I was. And I just want to move around a little bit here. And we're in the 90s, frames look good. Okay, so you could tell, those of you that play this game know how early in the game I am, but I just want to see how the image looks. Make sure that, like, the frames, for me, on a game like this, are excellent for a console. Like, this is more than good enough for me in this, but, you know, things are looking good. Let's go out here where we see the city, and this should definitely tax the frames a little bit. Yeah, look at that. 80s, 70s. You know, I don't know if I can fall from here. I'm used to playing God of War where I could just come right up to this edge and I'm good. But things are looking good here. You know, the frame counter is working. You know, I'm gonna pull this off the screen real quick and we'll pull this one back up. And I'm happy, things are looking good. Things are looking good. There's another thing that I wanna check, and I may do a separate video on this. To check it, and it's that you see there in the middle where it says user, where basically you have the picture genre modes or the game genre modes. You know, I'll even cycle through a couple. You know, it'll change what the screen looks like. That out of the box for LG displays for the past at least 2 years. I'm pretty sure this started on the C3 and the G3, but it's locked unless you do a little secret hack, so to speak. You have to change a setting that has nothing to do with the genre modes to unlock that. I may do a separate video. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. We'll do some testing to see if WebOS25 has fixed that. But guys, that's gonna do it for the video. The main point of this video is I just wanted to see if by moving to WebOS25, and I never did show you. Let's go ahead and show, and if you're still watching, by the way, thank you, I appreciate that. Let's go into support, software update, and the version number I'm talking about is 33.21.85. This is the one that brought the new WebOS version to my G4 here. And I was real curious to know, was it going to impact the game dashboard and, you know, things like the frame counter, the resolution, and so far, so good. That was such a big problem I had previously when I first got the display. Happy to see things are looking good. Just like that frame counter is looking real good standing still there. That's going to do it for the video. If you did find it entertaining or helpful in any way, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. If you want to, and if you enjoyed this video enough and it earned a subscription, that would help me out as well. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. But with all that being said, until the next one,